Welcome to Healing Heart Talks. Today we will decode the complex phenomenon of hyper-awareness through psychological and neurological lenses. Have you ever felt like your mind never stops analyzing every single detail around you without taking a brief break? This constant state of alertness is not just simple anxiety, but a profound condition known as hyper-awareness among experts. We will explore where this intense sensitivity originates and how it completely shapes your daily experiences and your personal relationships. For some individuals, this extreme sensitivity is entirely innate, stemming from a highly sensitive person trait present since early birth. Highly sensitive people possess a nervous system with a much finer filter, processing every external stimulus much more deeply today. Their brains absorb sights, sounds, and subtle emotional shifts in the environment that others might completely ignore or easily miss. This biological difference means they experience the world in high definition, feeling everything with an overwhelming and intense emotional depth. They notice the gentle breeze, the slight change in room temperature, and the quietest whispers that float through the air. While this can be a beautiful gift, it also means their nervous systems can become easily overloaded by ordinary situations. A simple trip to a crowded grocery store might feel like a massive assault on their delicate and sensitive senses. They require more downtime in quiet spaces to recharge their mental batteries and recover from the intense sensory input received. However, biology is only one part of the equation. We must also look at the powerful impact of childhood environments. Often, hyper-awareness develops as a crucial survival mechanism known as hyper-vigilance, formed during an unstable or unpredictable early childhood. When a child grows up in a chaotic home, they must learn to constantly scan their surroundings for potential threats. They become experts at reading the emotional states of adults, listening closely to heavy footsteps or the slamming of doors. Recognizing these subtle cues early could mean the difference between feeling safe and facing an unexpected outburst of adult anger. If a parent was emotionally volatile, the child learned to predict their moods by observing tiny changes in facial expressions. A slight frown or a heavy sigh became an alarming siren, warning the child to hide or quickly become invisible. This intense childhood training forces the developing brain to prioritize threat detection above all other normal cognitive functions and play. Over time, this protective radar becomes permanently switched on, leaving the individual constantly scanning for danger even in safe environments. The brain remains locked in a protective state, unable to relax because it believes danger is always lurking just ahead. Even years later, in a peaceful adult life, a slamming door can instantly trigger that old, familiar rush of adrenaline. The body reacts as if the past trauma is happening right now, completely ignoring the safety of the present moment. This constant state of high alert is incredibly exhausting, draining the body of vital energy and causing chronic physical fatigue. Now let us examine the characteristic signs of hyper-awareness, starting with the exhausting habit of absolutely relentless mental analysis. You might find yourself constantly searching for hidden meanings behind every casual conversation, brief text message, or simple hand gesture. A short reply from a friend can trigger an intense spiral of overthinking, making you wonder if they are angry. You stare at the screen, analyzing the lack of an emoji and convincing yourself that you have done something wrong. Your mind meticulously replays interactions, searching for any slight change in tone or facial expression. that might indicate secret disapproval. Did they look away when I spoke? Did their voice sound slightly colder than usual? These questions haunt your thoughts. You dissect every single word spoken during a meeting, worrying that your colleagues are secretly judging your performance and abilities. This endless mental loop drains your energy, leaving you exhausted before the day has even properly begun in the morning. You spend hours drafting a simple email, terrified that the wrong phrasing might offend someone or create an unnecessary conflict. This paralysis by analysis prevents you from living in the moment, as you are always living inside your busy head. The constant need to decode the world around you leaves no room for simple joy, spontaneity, or genuine carefree relaxation. You become a prisoner of your own active mind, trapped in a maze of hypothetical scenarios and imagined social disasters. Another major sign is hyper-self-awareness. This means you are not just experiencing emotions, but constantly judging them too. You watch yourself from the outside, criticizing every single reaction and wondering if your feelings are appropriate or completely wrong. When you feel sad, you immediately analyze why you are sad, instead of just allowing yourself to gently cry today. You judge your own happiness, worrying that it might disappear soon or questioning if you truly deserve to feel good. This creates a strange detachment where you feel like an actor in your own life rather than a natural participant. You monitor your tone, your posture, and your words so carefully that spontaneous joy becomes almost impossible to truly experience. Every social interaction feels like a performance where you are both the eager actor and the incredibly harsh theater critic. You worry about how others perceive you, adjusting your personality to match what you think they want to see today. This constant self-monitoring is deeply isolating, preventing you from forming authentic connections because you never show your true self. You are terrified of making a mistake, of being seen as flawed, or of revealing the messy reality inside you. The pressure to maintain a perfect external facade while managing internal chaos is a heavy burden that breaks your spirit. You long for the freedom to just exist, to make mistakes, without the crushing weight of your own relentless judgment. The third sign is a tragic loss of innocence in your personal relationships, making genuine connection feel incredibly difficult sometimes. Because you are so acutely aware of human behavior, you constantly see through the hidden motives behind kindness and compliments. When someone does something nice, your immediate thought is to question what they actually want from you in the end. You analyze their past behavior, searching for patterns of manipulation or deceit that might validate your deep-seated trust issues. This skepticism makes it incredibly hard to trust anyone completely, as you are always waiting for the other shoe to drop. You build invisible walls to protect your fragile heart, analyzing every potential partner until you find a reason to leave. You convince yourself that everyone will eventually betray you, so you push them away before they can cause any pain. This constant fulfilling prophecy leaves you incredibly lonely, craving deep intimacy, but remaining absolutely terrified of true emotional vulnerability always. You miss the simple joy of blindly trusting a friend, of believing in the pure goodness of a loving gesture. Your hyper-awareness acts as a strict bodyguard, keeping out both the bad people and the genuinely good ones too. Learning to lower these defenses requires immense courage and a willingness to accept that getting hurt is part of life. You must slowly teach your brain that not everyone is a threat and that some people genuinely want to help. The fourth characteristic is extreme empathy, where you absorb the pain and emotions of others like a giant emotional sponge. Walking into a crowded room feels overwhelming because you can instantly sense the tension, sadness, or anger radiating from people. You do not just understand their pain, you actually feel it vibrating within your own body as a heavy weight. If a friend is going through a breakup, you experience their profound heartbreak as if it were happening to you. You carry the heavy burdens of your friends and family, often neglecting your own needs to ensure everyone feels okay. You become the designated healer in your social circle, the one everyone runs to when their life completely falls apart. While this makes you a wonderful friend, it inevitably leads to severe mental and emotional burnout and deep internal exhaustion. You give away so much of your energy that you have absolutely nothing left for your own healing and growth. You struggle to separate your own feelings from the emotions of those around you, losing your sense of personal identity. Setting emotional boundaries feels like a betrayal, making you feel immensely guilty for simply trying to protect your own peace. You must learn that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and that self-care is never a selfish act. Protecting your energy is essential if you want to continue helping others without completely destroying your own fragile mental health. Finally, we must discuss the powerful link between the physical body and anxiety, a key component of hyper-awareness syndrome. You become deeply sensitive to your own biological signals, noticing every minor fluctuation in your resting heart rate or breathing. A slight increase in your pulse can instantly trigger a massive wave of panic, creating a vicious cycle of anxiety. Your brain interprets these normal bodily sensations as clear signals of impending doom, keeping your nervous system in high gear. You might feel a sudden tightness in your chest and immediately assume you are having a severe and terrifying emergency. This somatic hyper-awareness makes you a prisoner of your own body, constantly scanning for symptoms of terrible hidden diseases. You visit doctors repeatedly, searching for a physical explanation for the intense discomfort that is actually rooted in psychological stress. The more you focus on your body, the louder its signals become, amplifying ordinary aches into terrifying signs of danger. Breaking this cycle requires teaching your mind to gently accept these physical sensations without immediately jumping to catastrophic, terrifying conclusions. Understanding these complex mechanisms is the very first step toward healing and reclaiming your peace of mind in daily life. The path to recovery requires immense patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to slowly rewire your deeply ingrained thought patterns. One effective solution is learning the vital art of observing your environment without actively absorbing the emotional energy around you. Imagine yourself surrounded by a clear protective bubble that allows you to see everything but prevents negative energy from entering. You must practice stepping back and realizing that not every silence or heavy sigh requires your immediate intervention or analysis. Sometimes people are just tired, and their quiet mood has absolutely nothing to do with you or your past actions. Establishing firm emotional boundaries is absolutely crucial to protect your energy and prevent others from draining your sensitive mental reserves. You need to understand that it is perfectly acceptable to prioritize your own well-being over the comfort of others. Saying no is a complete sentence, and you do not owe anyone a lengthy explanation for protecting your personal space. Acceptance is another powerful tool. You must accept that some things are simply beyond your control and require no action. Letting go of the desperate need to understand everything will bring a profound sense of relief to your weary mind. You do not need to solve every puzzle or decode every hidden message to be safe and loved right now. Mindfulness practices can help anchor you in the present moment, guiding your focus away from endless analytical loops and worries. Grounding techniques, like focusing on the physical sensation of your feet touching the floor, can quickly calm a racing mind. Taking slow, deep breaths signals to your nervous system that you are safe, helping to lower your elevated heart rate. Therapy, particularly cognitive behavioral therapy, offers excellent strategies to challenge and change the distorted thoughts fueled by chronic hyper-awareness. A qualified therapist can help you safely process childhood trauma and gently teach your nervous system that you are safe. They provide a secure space where you can explore your fears without judgment and learn healthier ways to cope daily. Remember that your deep sensitivity is not a curse, but a unique trait that can bring immense beauty and understanding. When properly managed, your ability to read subtle cues makes you a deeply compassionate friend and a highly insightful leader. You can use your empathy to connect deeply with others, creating profound relationships built on genuine understanding and mutual respect. The goal is not to completely eliminate your awareness, but to turn down the volume so you can live peacefully. You can learn to appreciate the vibrant details of life without being crushed by the heavy emotional weight they carry. Celebrate your intense capacity to feel, but also give yourself permission to rest, detach, and simply enjoy the quiet moments. Healing is a slow journey, and there will be days when the noise of the world feels entirely overwhelming again. During those times, treat yourself with the same gentle kindness and patience that you so freely offer to everyone else. You have survived by being hyper-aware, but now it is time to thrive by learning how to truly relax. Thank you for joining us today on this deep exploration of the mind, sensitivity, and the journey toward emotional freedom. We hope this video brings you comfort, understanding, and the courage to set healthy boundaries in your own beautiful life. Please subscribe to Healing Heart Talks for more insights. Take a deep breath, stay safe, and see you next time.